Good afternoon. This is Kyle McDaniels, and as your leader, I would like to welcome you to the 2021 Veterans Health Administration presentation on organizational values. Our mission is a noble mission. We have the opportunity daily to serve the heroes who have sacrificed greatly for our nation. For those of you who are veterans yourself, thank you for your dedication and sacrifice. No amount of words can express the gratitude we have for what you have done for us. In this presentation, we will discuss the background, history, and current state of the Veterans Health Administration. We will reaffirm the values that we hold dearly as we seek to accomplish our mission of taking care of our nation's heroes. We will explore the importance of kindness, our I Care values, the value of compassion, the necessity of kindness and compassion, what it means to be under the microscope, and what your next steps will be moving forward. In respect of time, I will take questions at the end of our presentation. The Veterans Health Administration is one of three administrations that comprise the Department of Veterans Affairs. The Veterans Health Administration is responsible for providing health care to eligible veterans. The motto of the Department of Veterans Affairs stems from President Abraham Lincoln's second inaugural address, in which he encouraged the United States Congress to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan. When one cares for another person, their desire may be to display kindness and gratitude for what the other person has done, what they may have endured, or what they have sacrificed. They may also do so out of their desire to be treated the same way in return during their time of need. After all, kindness is at the heart of what we do. Some of you may already know, the Veterans Health Administration has a lengthy history that dates back to the Civil War. Through the years, countless veterans have been cared for in veterans' homes, medical centers, and other care facilities. The modern Department of Veterans Affairs can trace its history from President Lincoln's second inaugural address in 1865 to the creation of the Veterans Bureau after World War I. Further, through the creation of the Veterans Administration in 1930 by President Herbert Hoover, and ultimately to 1989 when it was elevated to a cabinet-level department. Currently, the Veterans Health Administration is the largest integrated health system within the United States. Currently, over 9 million veterans receive their care from a network of healthcare facilities that offer acute and ambulatory care throughout the states and territories of the United States of America. It is important to understand that you, the employees of the Veterans Health Administration, have the ability to impact veterans on a daily basis through your words and actions. The care we provide, from the veteran checking in through the clinical care process and checkout, is significant, and kindness is an important value to the continuum of care. You see, there's a level of contractual justice to the Veterans Health Administration providing care to veterans. Veterans have fulfilled their contractual obligation to the nation, and therefore, one of the additional duties of the nation is to now care for these veterans. There may be numerous values displayed when caring for veterans. One of these values, kindness, is of course not only valued in healthcare, but it is also a value outlined as important in the Bible. Kindness matters not only because it has the ability to shape goals and decisions, but also because people enjoy being treated in a kind manner. An essential ingredient of healthcare is kindness due to the emotion involved with the act of giving or receiving kindness and its ability to encourage action. Yet an important correlation learned in this as well is that kindness is a means of earning respect. Respect is important when providing care to patients. It is even more important when attempting to gain it from veterans who have experienced physical, mental, or emotional challenges, or have experienced disrespect during their time in service or even afterwards from those who they have entrusted with their care. The importance of this value can also be traced to Luke 6:31, which states, "Do to others as you would have them do to you." We at the Department of Veterans Affairs seek to provide world-class benefits and services through adhering to our eye care core values of integrity, advocacy, commitment, respect, and excellence. The acronym these core values create, eye care, signifies to all of us our mission of caring for those who have sacrificed for our nation. The emphasis of caring represents the desire of our organization to offer kind care to veterans as opposed to an industrialized care model that you may see elsewhere. Our veterans have cared for us by protecting our nation and others throughout the world. John 15:13 clearly outlines the ultimate sacrifice, a sacrifice of caring that our veterans have risked during their service. We are told in this verse, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friend. A recently published article explains that leaders aiming to achieve kind care must be champions for quality relating to the areas of being patient-centered, timely, and equitable. I, as your leader, desire to be this champion for you and our veterans. Why do I do that? Well, quality is equated to excellence, which is, of course, the final value in our eye care core values. Matthew 14:14 tells us of Jesus landing on the shore of the Sea of Galilee and having compassion on the crowd, ultimately healing their sick. An important aspect of kindness is understanding its connection to self through what we call mindful self-compassion. A recent study conducted through the Greater Los Angeles Veterans Affairs healthcare system examined the impact of implementing mindful self-compassion practices amongst individual participating veterans. The study found numerous benefits to this practice, including improved mood, social connection, and a reduction in pain interference, as it allowed veterans the ability to bring a sense of kindness and compassion to themselves. Kindness and compassion can subsequently translate to improved care, as you can see. Considering the correlation of kindness to compassion, it is easily understood how kindness is valued in healthcare. Compassion is consistently ranked as one of the most important healthcare needs according to patients and their families. Challenges that may face organizations in remaining compassionate are burnout of employees and compassion fatigue. As the leader of this organization, I must remain vigilant to these risks. Please, if you begin to feel either of these, speak up to your leadership so we can work together to address the challenges facing you. I want you to succeed for our veterans. We must remain focused on the kindness and compassion our veterans and their families so desire. While kindness and caring are clearly important to the Veterans Health Administration, it does not mean that individuals at many levels, including leadership, have not made poor decisions that were contrary to kindness and caring. An example of this is the access wait time scandal we at the Veterans Health Administration experienced in 2014 that saw patients die while waiting for care. The Veterans Access to Care Through Choice, Accountability, and Transparency Act of 2014, commonly referred to as the Veterans Choice Act, was born out of ethical failures within the Veterans Health Administration through manipulating these patient wait times. Many challenges faced our organization as a result of this scandal. Trust had been broken and had to be earned again by the entire agency and its employees. The core values of integrity, commitment, advocacy, respect, and excellence were born of this scandal. We continue to move forward in caring for our veterans. Please know that you have an impact. When taking care of our veterans, kindness is an important value to display as it may provide the positive interaction a specific veteran desires in their time of need. As the biblical scripture states in Proverbs 11:17, those who are kind benefit themselves, but the cruel bring ruin to themselves. By being kind in every interaction you have with our veterans, you bring great credit to yourself and the organization. In order to benefit oneself through kindness, being able to utilize it as a tool may be of importance to generate an impact. The Veterans Health Administration attempts to generate that impact through our eye care core values to display compassion and kindness. Thank you for bringing your skills and passion to the VA. I have no doubt that kindness and compassion will consistently be at the forefront of your mind as you live out our I-CARE core values and continue to care for our veterans. You can see here, this is not only a personal mission for me as your leader. It is personal because I too am a veteran. So again, thank you for what you do for our veterans. Do we have any questions? Hearing none, thank you. Continue doing great things and continue supporting our veterans.